Hey, this is Greg Hawks, and welcome to another Sourcing in Real Life. I'm just going to go through a couple of tips that I used to use in healthcare because it's been a while since I've done anything around healthcare, and I was actually talking to Dean DaCosta the other day regarding some podcast ideas, and I sent him a couple of links for the Start Me page that he has with just a ton of resources, the SSAR page. So I'm just going to go through a couple things that helped me out when I was in healthcare, when I was looking for nurses, when I was looking for doctors, that I thought were really helpful and people may or may not know about. So one of the first things that I want to show everyone is something that Lori Schifman actually told me about a couple years ago that I found insanely helpful when I was looking for nurses, because there's a ton of different nurses, there's a ton of different certifications. And this website, Nursing World, sorry, can't talk today, has all the accepted certifications as up to date as 2019. So it's been last updated in March. So all the recent certifications, every body that governs and releases those certifications. So this is a huge help. It's a huge lead list for anybody who's looking for somebody like in critical care, a critical care RN, cardiac. I mean, they have all these acronyms spelled out, the governing body that registers each one of these and what they stand for. Because with any industry, there's a lot of acronyms, and as far as RNs go, there's a ton of different types. So, and it just goes on and on and on. I'm already 200 lines, and so it's pretty inclusive of everything that's out there in nursing. So you don't have to ask the question, what does ACCNS stand for? Because it's right here, and it kind of tells you what each one of those are and what it means. So I mean, a lot of times I would take the credential, put it into a Boolean string, look up the Boolean string in that respect, look for conferences, look at these associations. It's a huge way to really open up and find the breadcrumbs to the talent that you're looking for. For doctors, I mean, there's several sites out there for doctors, and I've got a lot of them on the healthcare sourcing toolbox that I haven't talked about in a while. But the reason why I built this is specifically for that reason, because there's a lot of different sites, directories, registries that one can look at, like ZocDoc and HealthGrades and Zoximity and HealthProfs. These are all directories that you can utilize to find doctors. Doctors are actually pretty easy to find. You can look a lot of them up on faculty directories, on hospital directories. You can find a lot of doctors by putting in certain syntax like doctors.htm, if I can spell it right. And I did a search for Texas, let's see. And it's just syntax that a lot of that you can find a lot of different directories in regards to doctors go. So there's that. There's literally Googling find a doctor, which really surprises me sometimes because you're using natural word language to Google what you're looking for. And I mean, several of these are absolutely free to go through and include phone numbers, include emails, direct contact information, because they want to be found. A site like HealthGrades, if I could see where I put it. Where did I put that? I'll just go back to my website because it's hard for me to remember sometimes where I put everything. I mean, I have hundreds of bookmarks. I've sent Dean quite a few, so all these are up there. But let's go to HealthGrades, because I was talking about HealthGrades. And the thing I like about RateMD, about HealthGrades, about some of these is they're easy to search. You can find, let's see if we can find somebody with emergency medicine experience. We don't need to go to my hometown. Let's go to Dallas. Let's go to Dallas. Let's go to emergency medicine. And a lot of times you get ratings, which I think is great. You click into these and find where they work, contact information, and a lot of these are private practice. Oh, the contact information is down here. Okay. Well, some do, some don't. Another site that I use, let's see, I probably don't want to go with someone that's not rated. But I mean, even if they don't release the contact information, you can put 2 and 2 together, use your sourcing skills to, oh no, here's the direct phone number. You can call in and ask for the doctor. It's too bad I'm not in pharmacy sales, because that's a direct lead right there. Health grades is another, or not health grades, health props is another one that I've used, and I've built a CSC around this too. But it's the same sort of deal. It's a directory. You can actually look for dentists. I was looking through for chiropractors earlier because one of my friends had mentioned something about chiropractors. Let's go Wyoming. And there's dentists with direct phone numbers. Now, catching dentists and doctors can be kind of difficult because obviously they're on the floor. They're not going to answer their cell phone right away. But if you can somehow find an email or find them out on another website, Indeed, LinkedIn, resume is probably not going to be out there. Another way to cross-reference is the npino numbers, just NPI numbers. This is another type of directory. So every private practice person has to have a NPI number. And let's see, we look for dentists, phone numbers, direct contact numbers. We see if they have emails. Sometimes they have emails, sometimes they don't. But when we're sourcers, we can find that information, right? So, I mean, this is stuff that I used to dive into quite extensively when I was looking in healthcare. And again, find a nurse. You can find a nurse or find a nurse practitioner. Let's do that. Sure, know my location. And it's searching. Oh, well, look at that. Look at all those nurse practitioners. Phone number to the doctor's office and where they work. So use your sourcing skills, find out more information, because now you got her name. And for a lot of us, just a name and a job title, some sort of job title, is enough to find more information from it. But these are just sources that I would typically pull pipelines and then do additional research, look them up through our applicant tracking system, which everybody forgets about. But if they had applied to the organization in the past, I mean, you can already have their contact information. You just have to look them up literally on the ATS. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now with my current company, because we have a bunch of software engineers in there that I'm looking for. So, you mix and match, you experiment, you see what works, what doesn't work. Hopefully these resources will help. I often forget about what all I put on the healthcare sourcing toolbox and the HR sourcing toolbox. So definitely, if you see something in your research that you want me to add, let me know and I can put it up there as well, and I'll give you credit for it. Okay, so hey, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and let's keep sourcing open source.